Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Tay. I'm Taylor Gonzalez, and I am so excited to be joined by the director and cast of the upcoming romantic comedy, A Nice Indian Boy. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good.
Good. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, well, thank you for being here. I watched the movie the other night, and I absolutely loved it. It's
Oh.
such a special film and a film that we definitely need, especially in the year of 2025. So
Hmm.
I was curious, what made each of you want to sign on specifically to tell this story?
Well, I'm gay and Indian, so it was sort of a no-brainer. I love the script, love the play.
Yeah, I'm dating Roshan, the director, and he didn't give me a choice. You know the show The Ultimatum? He gave me the ultimatum. But in this case, it worked. He was like, "Do you want to be the star of a movie?" That's my ultimatum. I was like, "Sure."
And I didn't really want to do this movie. I loved
Hmm.
Karan and Roshan so much that I wanted their movie to be a big super hit. And I didn't want me and my like novice non-acting chops to be showing up and being the weakest link. But then Roshan, who aside from being a brilliant director, is also a doctor, a surgeon, in fact, said that this is the role of a mother who has to be disappointed in her husband and kids. And I said, sign me up, Roshan. No one's doing this
Oh,
better than me.
Yeah.
Get those Oscars polished, start polishing them right now because you know they're coming to me, baby. This is
Yeah.
like 26 years of practice over here. Like, I dare any other woman. I dare.
hmm. Didn't you challenge Meryl? You were like, Meryl could
Yeah,
never give this
Meryl.
performance.
Originally, I did think, I was like, you know what? Roll Meryl in a tanning salon and then, like, bring her, let her do it.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And you were definitely not the weakest link. Let me just tell you right now, you were so
Yeah.
amazing in this film. All of you, I really appreciate that this film exists, and you guys just did such an incredible job with it. And I can't wait for everyone to experience it. Something that was really important to me was that I wish there were more movies like this when I was younger and growing up that I could identify with. So I was wondering for each of you, what is the first movie that comes to mind where you saw a character that you identified with on the screen?
Hmm.
I mean, I can think of one. I mean, I'm going to name the movie and then I'm going to tell you that we as a team, I'm speaking for all of us, don't like this movie. In fact, we hate the movie. But there was a character in the movie that became iconic. The father in My Big Fat Greek Wedding with his little Windex bottle curing every disease and every problem. I thought he was hysterical. Every mother and father has their thing. In my case, it's Vicks. I will put
Mhm.
Vicks on anything. You broke an arm, I'm gonna be like, put Vicks on it. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's gonna heal itself. But I personally am not a fan of that movie because it makes me very angry that the Greeks have had the big wedding movie when it should have been the Indians all along.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
they are about to be dethroned, like it's their last few minutes on top. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow, we've started a war with the Greeks.
Yeah.
For me, it's a TV show, the show The OC, the character Seth Cohen that Adam Brody played. I was in high school when that show was coming out, and I was very lost for identity. And someone was just like, "You're kind of like the Indian Seth Cohen." And I just latched onto that, and it got me through the rough years of high school because he was the first cool nerd. And I actually applied to college in California from India because I became so obsessed with California from the show, The OC. So,
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
For me, it was a Tina Fey creation, Kevin G from Mean Girls,
Oh
Oh,
the
yeah.
oh
aggressive
my
mathlete who
gosh.
says at
Yes.
the end that he only dates women of color to Lizzie Kaplan, which I can't imagine anyone writing that line in 2004.
I
It's
know, it's
crazy. It feels like a
so
line written
funny.
now. But he like it says, I am interested in you, but I do only date women of color. It's just so funny.
So ahead of its time.
Being expected, and then Lizzie Kaplan is like, well, I think I'm part Armenian. He was like, good enough. Like, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
an incredible moment. But his like commitment to academic achievement, the fact that he was really focused on dating women of color, all of that
And
stuff.
maybe that actor turned out to be closeted at the time and then
He was
gay
gay.
later. So there you
Yeah.
go. Maybe you were
Mhm.
picking up on that too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
That character was ahead of his time.
No, I
Really.
agree. Those are
Um,
all great answers, you guys. I love those. If there's someone right now who's watching this interview and they're looking for advice on either how to come out or the opposite of that, how to like be there for someone who's coming out, what advice would you guys give?
Well, I only came out when I was 30, so only 7 years ago now. It took me a really long time. I knew I was gay when I was 11, and then spent 20 years essentially lying to everyone every single day because I knew every single day that I was gay. And I could never, for any of those 20 years, have imagined the life that I'm leading now, which is that I'm in a loving partnership. I have a true companion for life. I'm making art about being gay, which is really wild. It's so hard to imagine when you're on the before and before the after. It's like impossible to imagine. And people don't understand how dark and stifling it feels when you're on that side of things. Everyone says, "Why don't you come out earlier?" And it was like, "Well, you try, bitch." Like it's not easy. And when after I came out, it just as Ian McKellen recently said, nobody ever regrets it. He's never met anybody who regrets it. So I don't know if that's helpful to people who are trying to support people coming out of the closet because I don't know as much about that. But I can certainly say that there used to be a campaign called "It Gets Better." I don't know what happened to that campaign, but I think that is still so useful to think about. It was very powerful for me.
Yeah, when I came out, this therapist that my family sent me to was very helpful, who basically said, "You've known since you were 14, I was 19 at the time, 5 years." And they were like, "Your parents are just finding this information out, and it took you 5 years to process this information and say the words out loud yourself. Give them at least the same amount of time to like make mistakes and say things, and you cannot be judgmental. You have to be patient with them." And then they were like, after that amount of time, in your case, 5 years, if they're still saying homophobic things or whatever, you're allowed to be mad, but like be gentle with them in the beginning, because in your head you go like, once, for me at least, I was like, I'm out now and I wanted them to accept me right away. But for them, they were like, have known me since I was a baby and had a different idea of where my life was going. And
Mhm.
I wasn't giving them the same amount of grace that I gave myself in a weird way to say the word. So that was helpful to be in their perspective during that moment.
That's great. That's wonderful.
I'm gonna have to go a little Indian mom right now because this is all getting too sweet and I can't stand it. It's like the world is on fire, people. Nobody cares who's in love with whom and who's sleeping with whom. There are so many much bigger problems. You want me to start a
Yeah.
list right now? We'll go for a whole week. Like, just come out, rip it like a band-aid. And if you're
Yeah.
really stuck, come to our movie. Bring your mother, bring your sister, bring
Mm,
them all to our movie and do it
that's,
right
yeah,
there.
do it
At the
there.
end
Yeah.
of our movie, I dare any mother to have a problem with their son or daughter
Oh,
being gay at the end of our freaking beautiful movie that is nothing but positivity and spreading hope and joy and life. And you
Yeah.
will see me with my husband in the movie. We are a very straight couple, and you'll be like, you know what? The other side is looking very better.
Yeah.
Yes.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Well,
there you go.
Yeah.
I can't thank you guys enough
Bit
for
better.
joining me. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day. Everyone, be sure to check out A Nice Indian Boy in theaters April 4th. Thank you guys not only for joining me, but for this beautiful film. I really appreciate you
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you.
Thank
Taylor.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.